slick, so small curvy, teeth all pearly, hair all curly. Was a tomboy, now you all girly. Never look tired, but you wake up all early.
Hi Shavon Society. If you are returning, of course, I appreciate the continued support. If you are new here, please don't forget to hit the like, comment, and subscribe button. And hit the little notification bell next to the subscribe button so you can get a notification every time I post. Trust me, you're going to want a notification every time I post. I post some interesting stuff. And if you haven't checked it out, just go binge watch my channel. You can click the suggestion here. So, as you can tell by the title, first, let's start off by saying 5,000 subscribers. We just gonna start there. 5,000 subscribers. Like, oh my gosh. I could believe it, but I can't believe it, because you know how you tell yourself, you know, you pray, you tell yourself, okay, I want to reach this goal at this amount of time. I'm manifesting. But you never really think you're going to get there at the time that you think you're going to get there, or quicker than you think you're going to get there, or whatever the case may be. So it's just amazing, and I appreciate you guys' support all the time. I tell you, but I can't tell you enough. Just thank you for liking and engaging with any of my videos, or sharing any of my videos, or commenting on any of my videos. Like, I really appreciate it. I'm glad that you enjoy it, and I'm also glad that a lot of you are finding motivation from my videos, and it's helping you in a way in your own careers, if you are becoming an esthetician, or just day-to-day things, vlogs, things that are more for satisfaction, that you just enjoy good content, or you just enjoy the aesthetics of things. Like, I really love the fact that you guys can see how much work I put into it, on top of everything else that's going in my life. So it's a good thing to know that people appreciate your hard work. So again, thank you guys. 5,000 subscribers. That's so freaking amazing. Let's roll to 10K. Now we on the road to 10K. Now I want to get to 10K subscribers. I would love to get to 10K subscribers by the end of the year, or the top of the year, so by the beginning of the year. So let's say December and January. So definitely tell a friend about my channel so that we can get to 10K subscribers. And again, thank y'all. I love y'all so much. Like, this is just super amazing, and I just hope to continue to make good content for you guys. I hope that you continue to enjoy it, and we're gonna keep this ball rolling. So before we get into the video, I do want to talk about my ebook. It's here. So if you listen to my last few videos, I have mentioned tons of times, subscribe to my text message group, because you guys will be VIP. You guys will be the first to know different things, and everybody who has subscribed have known about my ebook for about, I don't know, it'll be a week, maybe even more by the time you guys see this video now. So they have already been first access to my ebook. I would love for you guys to go and check it out. If you need a beginner esthetician guide, if you just need somewhere to start, if you need a guide just to really help you, something really kind of like written and set in stone, and just like an itemized book, something that's really going to kind of like put everything in some type of order for you, and you're starting out to be an esthetician, or you're already an esthetician, you're already in classes, or you don't know if you want to be an esthetician for sure, and you're thinking about it and you need more insight on it, or you're already licensed and you just need some type of push to get started, and you yourself have already finished school and don't know where to get started. This ebook is perfect for you. This is the part 1. I'm going to have part 2 coming out. Part 1 is all about where to start, honestly, where to start in terms of schooling, what to do in school, all the things you need to know in school, all the things you need to be doing prep wise while in school, a lot of tips for while you're in school, resources while you're in school, some real life experience of schooling and just things in that nature. from my own personal experience. And then part 2 is going to be all the things that come after school. So it's going to be how you start your business if you want to become a solo esthetician, or how do you get the job if you want to work at a franchise spa or waxing studio or lashing studio or whatever that may be. It's going to go into supplies, it's going to go into equipment, it's going to go into more in-depth of skincare, it's going to go into more in-depth of things you need as far as your actual business. It's going to help with finding a spa suite. It's going to help with getting clients, all of those things that'll come in like part 2. I may do a part 3. So you definitely want to go ahead and get your hands on my ebook series, because I told y'all I got some stuff coming out for y'all. So if you want to grab my first ebook now, this is, again, I said, the Beginner's Esthetician Guide part 1. Grab it below in the description box. I will have the link directly in the description box, and you can go right now and grab it. I said this before and I'm going to say it again. I'm only allowing the first 20 people to get this limited time price. So it's like 60% off now, you guys, the ebook. So you definitely want to grab it, even if it's something you think you're going to want, period. You want to grab it now while you can grab a deal, because I mean, who don't like a deal? Like, why, you know, come on now, sis. Get the book while it's on sale. And yes, let's get into today's video. So again, as you can tell by the title, this is the requested esthetician, or regular, because I have regular questions that were asked too. But this is my Q&A. It is the daytime. Y'all know it will be so difficult for me to record this at night with my kids. So it's 3 o'clock here, but it's 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock somewhere, okay? So we have our glass of wine and we gonna get into these questions. And I got questions from my Instagram. I asked you guys to ask me questions over there on my Instagram. And if you're not following me, definitely go follow me. I'll have my Instagram link below. It's at Michelle Shavon. And then I have some on, I think I'm gonna do the ones on my computer first. I have my computer right here. And I asked on my community bar. So definitely pay attention to the community bar on my YouTube page, because I asked a ton of questions over there, polls and things like that, like I would do on my Instagram post. And yeah, it's just more day-to-day communication with me. So I think I'm gonna do this one first. So let's go and see. Yes, okay, so let's jump into these questions. You guys asked some really good questions, let's just say that. Let's take a first sip. Get you a sip, okay? Like I said, it's 7 o'clock somewhere. All right, now the first one is, what is your favorite wax? Okay, I've mentioned this before on my channel. I know those of you who are not new here have heard me talk about this a ton of times, but I want to say tried maybe a good, oh my goodness, how many? I've tried maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I tried maybe a good 7, 8, several. We're just gonna say several. I've tried several other waxes, and my favorite one, I have 2 pretty good ones, but my favorite wax is by a brand called Ital Wax, and my particular favorite like flavor or style from Ital Wax is called white chocolate, and it's like amazing. Like, I know I've talked about it before. Like I said, I just love it. I love the consistency of it. It's not sticky, it's flexible enough. It has more of a cream. It feels like more of like a cream wax, so it's not super thin, which I can't do the thinner, like the thin, I don't know, I just don't like that kind of wax. It just works really well. I'm noticing on everyone, even like sensitive clients, it has been so good for all skin types. And you want something like that, for one that's going to be kind of like your go-to, where you're not going through a ton of different products, and it's going to be easier in terms of stocking, inventory, ordering, all of that, and you just have a wax that works for like your clientele. So definitely use something that works for your clientele, like your type of clients, generally what type of hair they have. But white chocolate by Ital Wax works for all of my clients thus far. So anything that I mentioned as far as like a product that you guys ask me and I answer, just check the description box, because I will post a link directly to what I'm saying below. Okay. All right, next question. Oh, this is a good one. How long do you have your license before you have to renew it? And do you have any products you use specifically for women of color? Okay, this is a great question. So I can kind of only answer that for where I am here. I am licensed in the state of North Carolina, if you didn't know. And we have to renew our esthetician license annually. So that means every year that we have to renew it. Mine is actually coming up. Oh my goodness, mine's coming up, y'all. Mine has to be renewed next month in a few weeks. Yeah, because this is the end of the month. I'm talking about next month. Yeah, mine has to be renewed in a couple weeks. But yes, here where I am, you have to renew annually. I'm not sure if it's the same everywhere, but just check your local state board. All right, next question. So how do you like your schedule? How do you like your schedule, and any scheduling tips, even your preferred scheduling system, as there are so many? Okay, this is also a good question, and I have talked about this before. Hold on. So let's answer the first part of the question. How do I like my schedule? Or no, how do I like to schedule? How do I like to schedule my clients? Which I'm hoping that's what you mean by how do I like to schedule, and any scheduling tips. Okay, I do have scheduling tips. My scheduling tips I have is, I said this before on my channel about like how I book clients, and I know people do this where they double book. If you notice, a lot of professional beauty professionals you go to, when you come, they'll have someone there that's like double booking. So like, say you're going to get your hair done and your appointment was set for 3 o'clock. Say they already have someone in their chair, but they're not done with that person till, let's say, maybe 3:30. That's called double booking. I don't suggest that as an esthetician. That may work for hair, even though I know some people say they don't even like it for hair, but it does not work well for an esthetician. I do not double book. So I'm hoping this answers your question, how you're looking for me to answer it. But the way I like to schedule is by appointment, exactly how much time I know that I'm going to spend doing that service, checking them in for that service, checking them out for that service. Then you have to implement cleanup time, because this is why I don't like double booking as well, especially for our career field, because you have to, you can't do a facial and then have someone ready, like they get up and go, and you had someone there as if you double booked, sitting in the waiting room, and just say, come on, let me take you, come back. Like, what are they gonna do? Lay on their dirty sheets? And it doesn't make any sense. Like, are you gonna use all the product now that you have all of the mess that you touched and stuff, like from the previous client that you used, like in terms of like skincare and stuff? Like, it doesn't work for us. So I would not suggest double booking. I suggest you don't be greedy for like your money when it comes to scheduling, because it'll make your schedule chaotic, it'll make your energy chaotic, it'll make the way that your clients feel in as far as your presence chaotic. Like, no one likes to feel like in and out, in and out, in and out. It's just, I don't hear it often enough to give that type of service where people like to feel like they're rushed, or they are double booked, or it's like they're over someone all the time. Like, it's just not a good feeling. Like, people want to feel like that experience is their own experience privately. So give them their time, give them all of their time, give them what they're paying for. So I don't schedule that. I don't do that. So I only schedule, so say I'm going to take 30 minutes for a Brazilian. I know that I'm going to spend 15 minutes checking them in, checking them out, and maybe 5 minutes of cleanup time. So I'm going to schedule that time. So say it's 45 minutes or whatever you add on, like whatever your time may be to that entire schedule. So then, okay, their scheduling will be 45 minutes. So I already include that into my services, so when they book, it automatically allots that time for them, and it has already my cleanup time, my check-in, my checkout time. So that's how I like to schedule. Much easier on you, I promise you, it really is. And then as far as what I recommend, I say this all the time, GLOSSGENIUS. I use GLOSSGENIUS, love them, professional looking. I will have a link below where you guys can get a month, you'll get a free trial, and you get $30 towards a month free, which is even more than it costs for the whole month, because the month is like $24. So you'll get $30 credit automatically when you sign up for GLOSSGENIUS to use for your booking app. And I love them. They have really good customer service. They answer me really quickly when I have any questions, any concerns in regards to the app. And then also they're affordable. Like, they have all of these amenities with their app, and it's still affordable. So definitely try out GLOSSGENIUS if you haven't decided really on what booking app you would like to go to. And they have good visuals on GLOSSGENIUS. Like, it doesn't just look like you click on it and it's a bunch of words. Like, I can't do the booking apps where you go to it and it's just uninviting. Like, it doesn't make me want to book. Like, I just see you with all these disclaimers like, don't bring guests, don't book if you, and all of that's fine, but the way that it's on GLOSSGENIUS, like, it's under a certain page. So like, you go click on your website and it looks beautiful. Like, you see pictures, you see your logo, you know, you see things first. It's visual. You see pictures of all your services. You got like just better, it's a better, more hands-on, more soft looking app. So I like GLOSSGENIUS. And then they could click into like your information or about us, and it'll have all your disclaimers and stuff. So GLOSSGENIUS is amazing. So definitely, if you guys want to check them out, even if you don't know for sure and you want to get a free trial and a free month, you can still do that, because you can always cancel them. And they integrate everything for free, y'all. This is one reason why I love them. So I used to have StyleSeat, and they took all my information, meaning all my services, all my descriptions of that service, everything, what it costs, all my clients, so my whole client book, and all they did was transfer it to GLOSSGENIUS. So I didn't have to do anything unless I was changing that stuff. So definitely GLOSSGENIUS. Okay, what technology do you have? What technology do you have for your business channel? Business and channel. Do you recommend MacBook or iPad? What card reader with apps and bookkeeping? Okay, this kind of piggybacks off the last one. So the card reader I use is a GLOSSGENIUS card reader. They have their own. I love it. It's beautiful, and it's really easy to use. I use that. And then technology I have for my business and channel, I use an iPad and a MacBook. So like, now I'm on my MacBook Pro. I have a MacBook Pro, and then I also have two iPads. I have one iPad mini, and then I have an iPad 7th generation. And that's the technology I use. I use everything. It just depends on what's near me. I use it all. All right, next thing. Next question. What is your favorite? Hold on. Okay. What is your favorite service? How much do you block out and clean? Okay, that's a repetitive question. I just answered that with how much I block out and clean, and how I schedule for that cleanup time. Always block out however much time you spend to clean up. I know how much time I spend may not be the same, so block out however much time you need. That could be 5 minutes, that could be 10, that could be 15. So just block out that much time. How do you track inventory? When do you purchase it? Okay, so let's start with what's my favorite service. So my favorite service, I needed some think juice. My favorite service, I would say, are facials. That's my favorite. Doing facials is my favorite service. I love skincare. I love learning, because skincare is so much more to learn. Like, you're never fully knowledgeable about the skin, if that makes any sense. It's always evolving. It's always changing. It depends on a lot of factors. It depends on nutrition, diet, you know, meaning what you're eating. It depends on hormones, it depends on environment, it depends on sun exposure, it depends on the things you use, it depends the way you sleep, what you're sleeping on, it depends on what you use in terms of your actual skincare products. Everything changes with your, okay, like I was saying, my camera cut off, sorry, but everything changes with your skin. So it depends on all of that, like all of those different things can change your skin. New information comes out about ingredients, what works together, looking to see how someone's skin is improving or not improving with certain things that you're using, like treatment wise. Your treatments can change up. Like the skincare part of this business is the most interesting. So I love skincare. That's my favorite service. Waxing would probably be my second favorite. I love waxing. I love the whole idea of removing the hair from the roots, and I just like the whole before and after in terms of like what you can take the hair from, meaning like what it looks like before and what it looks like after, just like a baby's bottom. So I love that, but it's not much more to learn with waxing. Waxing is waxing. It just is what it is. You know, it's nothing more, it's nothing less. The method is always going to be the same. With skincare, it won't be. So I love that about that, because you always feel motivated in terms of skincare. You can just kind of indulge yourself into, I don't know, books and books and books about skin. So that is my favorite service. Okay, this is a really good question. Fiona, someone named Fiona asked this. Fiona, I can really tell that you seem dedicated to figure it out. So she asked, I want to own and operate a spa, but how can I learn all of the facial treatments without having to work for someone? I've graduated and taken my state exam, but I feel so lost on learning all of the facial treatments available. Is it wise to continue on as a solo esthetician, or should I work for someone first? Oh, that is such a freaking good question. Shouts out to you. That's a really good question. You thought about that. Okay, let's break this down. How can you learn all the facial treatments without having to work for someone? This is something, don't think that you're alone. Let me tell you that. Myself included, even a lot of my fellow students who I was in school with, we all felt the same way. Like, do we need to go work for someone first to feel confident enough, to feel skilled enough to do it on our own and to actually offer these service to the public? Like, what are we doing? Who do we think we are that we can do this on our own? Those were the thoughts I had personally. And then, like I said, people that I know, don't think that you got to work for someone. So let me say that you do not have to work for someone to be confident enough, to be skillful enough to work on your own. You will, the best experience, to be honest with you, how we all become better estheticians is through doing. Physically working on people, physically practicing and doing the things that we want to become experienced in. So the more you can practice yourself doing the things that you want to be better in, the better you'll become. So don't feel like you have to go work for someone. That's only if you truly want to work for someone, because I back and forth about if I wanted to, and then it just did, schedule wise, the flexibility I needed, money I needed, like I needed it to be on my terms. So ultimately it just wouldn't have worked for me to go to someone else, although I did have offers. It just wouldn't have, I wouldn't have been there long enough to even, it wouldn't have worked. So I had to figure it out for me. So if that is your case and it just seemed like it's only going to work solo wise, then I would say the best advice is to book training. So get local training. So me personally, I'm going to start training people who are like you, or like how I was when I got out of school. I wanted to go solo, but I wanted more hands-on experience, but I didn't want to go work for someone just to find out how to get more hands-on experience. I wanted to just get it on my own terms, or a one-on-one thing. So that's going to be the best option for you, Fiona, is to go ahead and find someone that's local to you, who is an esthetician. Make sure they're licensed, and they can train you one-on-one. A lot of estheticians offer one-on-one training, or if you want to do a group training because it's a little bit more affordable to do it that way, and book training on your own. You're going to have to invest, but I'm telling you, the investment pays off so well. Like, you see your money back pretty fast when you invest into something like this, what we're doing, because you can, soon as you kind of take the training, you get the skill, the experience, and you learn it, you can start to offer it, you make your money back. Like, it's not a long drawn out thing. It's just not. So definitely look for someone who can train you. Look for teachers because a lot of teachers offer other training as well, like your instructors that were in school, they offer a lot of training as well. So look to them for that. And please understand the other part of your question. Please understand that you're not going to learn all the facial treatments available, is what you worded. You're not going to. I don't even know all the facial treatments that's available, because it's a master of none. If you know that saying, and what goes with that, then you can't do everything. You'll be a master of none. You want to be a master of at least one. So just figure out what type of clientele, because once you start to offer the basics, see what people book you more for, then kind of scale that, offer that more, become more experienced in that. Invest in that training to be more advanced in whatever that is. So say people start to get a lot of facials where you are, learn the type of skin treatments that you're getting from that clientele and become more advanced on that. So for me, say a lot of mature skin, so a lot of anti-aging, a lot of dry skin, so a lot of hydrating treatments. So learning the hydrofacial, because you know hydrofacial is trademarked. So hydrodermabrasion, I would say, or dermal infusion, same difference. It's the same treatment. But I learned more about that machine and those treatments that work with that, products that are more hydrating with that. A lot of anti-aging, gua sha facials, and different techniques to just kind of lift the skin, brighten the skin. I have a lot of clients with hyperpigmentation, so learn what products are safe and what treatments are safe for hyperpigmentation and melasma and rosacea and things like that. And for our type of skin type, learn the Fitzpatrick scale and what's good for this type of client and this type of client, because once you learn that, you'll know kind of what products to use, you'll know how to customize your treatments, and it's not necessarily a learn all facial treatments available, because you're going to be customizing it to what that person's skin needs. So as long as you know what products work for this, work for that, what you shouldn't mix, what you can mix, you're gonna know a lot of facial treatments, you know what you need to know for treating skin. So best advice I could give you, don't think that you can get out here and know it all, because estheticians who have been doing this for 10 years are still learning. Okay, so let's go to my next post. Oh wow, okay, so my next question is a great question, and I don't know if you knew this, but it applies to my life. So her question is, oh well, I believe it's a her. Well, yes. So this person question is, it's a lot, so basically let me just try to like shorten the question. How can I structure being a solo esthetician part-time while also having a career in real estate? Like, what are the best days and times to work as an esthetician, because I want to specialize in facials and waxing? This is a great question. Okay, a little fun fact about me, if you don't know, or if you're new here, I am also a licensed esthetician, obviously. No, I'm also a licensed realtor. Back from where I'm from, Ohio, that's what I did for a living. That was my whole career, my whole day-to-day. I ran a real estate business, a real estate and renovation business. And now I didn't transfer my license here. I don't know. So I had a building there, you know, a whole business, brick and mortar, running a business day to day, just regularly 9 to 5. And on the weekends and on the evenings, I would do my beauty business. So out of my office. So my office was pretty big. My real estate office was big. So I had like 2 rooms. I had like a big room, kind of like a big office with the lobby type of thing, and then I had a back office, which was my main office where I worked, and then I had like a storage hallway and like a little kitchenette and stuff like that in my old real estate office. And what I would do was I made half of the front office like my little makeup area, because that's what I started out doing. I was doing makeup. So I would take clients on the weekends and on the evenings to do their makeup, and I was building my makeup business and trying to find a balance between me in a suit from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock and then me kind of just like in my makeup scrub or chill clothes doing makeup, you know, from whatever 5 to whatever time, or on the weekends, like I said. So it was kind of interesting, and it was very fun because I just realized how much I needed to kind of stay in the beauty industry. Like, I really enjoyed it a lot. So work on your real estate during the week, work on your beauty business during the weekend, and that is how I balance. It's gonna seem like a lot at first, but you're gonna probably enjoy the beauty stuff so much you'll do it. Like, I enjoyed it. I didn't mind it at all in terms of like doing my beauty stuff on the weekends. So busy days in esthetician career or field, like you asked, are the weekends. Those are the busiest days. Most people are off work. The most people you get during the week are people who work from home, stay-at-home moms, or maybe that's their one off day. Like, that's what you typically get as far as your clients throughout the week. On the weekends is when you get everyone. So work on your beauty business, I suggest, on the weekends. So let's move on to my phone questions. All right. Let me go to my archives. If y'all hear people in the background, don't mind the noise. It's the maintenance people there installing some new, I don't know, technology. We're getting like this new smart hub thing. So let me find. Okay, so someone asked me, what's your favorite hair products for heat protection? I always get questions about my hair. Yes, this is my hair. Yes, it can be a bit much. Yes, I always try to keep it up because it's just a bit much, like I said, and I'm normally working, so I can't really just have it kind of like swinging. But my favorite products for heat protection, I will link below in the description box. But I like a natural heat protectant, which is olive oil. I like to use that, or I use coconut oil, which is a natural heat protectant because it's kind of coated. I like coconut oil because it's very moisturizing, and it's not like I'm not a fan of it for your face because it can be pore clogging, but for your hair it's amazing. It works wonders. So those are my natural heat protectants, olive oil or coconut oil. And you don't need a ton, otherwise it'll weigh your hair down. And then as far as like my, I don't know, shelf type of over-the-counter brand, Garnier, I love them. I love Garnier products. I love Paul Mitchell products. So Paul Mitchell has a really good heat protectant, and then also Garnier I use now for a heat protectant. They are my favorite. And then as far as like a moisturizing, because I know you're probably wondering that too, I like It's a 10. They are great. And yeah, and Aussie, and then I use Aussie Moist or Aussie Mega Moist or Miracle Moist for like my shampoo and conditioner. Okay, so next question is, where did you get your new electric bed? Okay, a lot of people actually ask me this, where did I get my electric bed, the new one that will be in my new esthetician or updated esthetician room tour. If you haven't seen my first one, you can check it out here, but I have a new updated one coming with like the little renovations that I did. And I got this one from my landlord actually. So this used to be one of her massage beds, and she is rearranging like her room and stuff. So she offered it to me. She was just like, hey, she knew I wanted to eventually upgrade my bed. If you don't know, I started out with the standard, I don't know, massage portable bed or esthetician table or whatever. I'll link that one below, my starter one. And that one's cool for start, but it's not the best for comfort and for long term. So like you can use it for waxing because it's pretty good, but like my facials and stuff, like I just wanted a more plush bed. So the one that I have, like I said, I got from my landlord, and I will list, I don't know exactly where she purchased this from, but it's pretty expensive. So I got a really good deal from her by purchasing it from her. But I do know one that's similar to the one that I have. So I will link the one that is similar to the one that I have below in the description box. Okay, where's my next? I'm going too far. So next question I have, this is a good question. Is an esthetician license usable in all states, or would you have to get a new one if you moved states? Okay, good question. So and this is actually my last question I'm gonna do because this video has become pretty long. So yeah, you cannot use your esthetician license in any state. It's not good in all states. However, if you are traveling, you can work in another state, but I don't know this for all states. I just know this for mine. You can work in another state, I believe, if you just get reciprocity. Most professional licenses that, I know y'all hear them, I'm sorry. Most professional licenses that you can get reciprocity in another state, which basically just means that that state that you're going to gives you some type of legal document or some type of okay that you can legally work in that state under where you're licensed. Like they agree with the laws in the state that you were licensed in, so you can work in this state as well. The reason why, because a lot of esthetician or a lot of licenses, period, professional licensing, the schooling behind that or the hours that's needed to become licensed is not always the same in each state. So say in your state you need only 300 hours to become an esthetician, whereas another state, so like mine, I think it was 700 or 650 or 600 or something like that, you need to become an esthetician. It differs, the numbers differ. So you would need, so if you come from a state that was less, you need more education when you get to, say, my state. You will have to take more classes to make up for those hours. So if the states agree in terms of their hours, then most of the time you get reciprocity. So like I said, you just can legally work in that state, but you have to contact state board. So yeah, that is the last question. I hope that answered your question. And yes, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this Q&A. I enjoyed this. I hope we can do more Q&As. I would love more questions, more feedback. I definitely don't mind answering, and if I don't know the answer, trust me, I will find the answer for y'all, because even some of the stuff I'm learning as I go. So definitely like, comment, subscribe if you are thinking about subscribing, and hit the little notification bell next to the subscribe button so you get a notification every time I post. Remember, go pick up my ebook because this is a limited deal. This price will not be forever. This price is low now. It's about 60% off, and it's only $7. It's only $7. $7 to get this ebook now. It's going to be more expensive soon, so definitely go pick up the ebook if you just need, like I said, a more in-depth guide. So see you guys again next time.